I went through what, 11 line managers? That's some mad shit, man. But when I saw OJ calling me, everyone was like, bro, how are you going to manage OJ?
Because with AI, I know things will change. I should have been falling over myself to try and get his number, but he don't ask for my number and said, I think I can help you in this journey that you're starting.
Man, starting at 36 is hard.
I know.
So,
but it's never too late.
No, it's never too late.
The one funny thing is that he didn't do a transfer. He ferried it in tranches of 30 million. Through 30 I just wish you were my son. I can triple his money in one night.
Yeah. I think for me, did he give you commission?
No. Just wish that was his son.
Right, you left it at that.
I guess I was just doing my job.
Yeah, I get it.
Civil like business banker. Okay, I don't think all the 6 people will be here. But at least 4 people will be here.
I say start with 4. Because when you start with 4, it's easier. I would even suggest you start with like 1 person. Like just to ease off the pressure.
No, so the conversation that I intend to have next week on Saturday is a conversation that should open up many other conversations.
Okay. Just stay there because you're leaning back. I wanted to say something.
It's a conversation that should start many other conversations. I'll just show you what the thing is I'm trying to do.
Okay.
What's this guy's name?
I did see a preamble. I saw a preamble on LinkedIn about the style of conversation. There was, I think, a post you shared. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Past, the present, and the future of sales professionals.
Discussing it myself.
Okay.
So I was trying to pick minds.
Yeah.
From like different minds.
Yeah.
So a number of people.
Yeah.
That I've invited. So I'm hoping that we can record this conversation.
I get you. I totally get you. I think I was a really raw salesman, like when I just began, like not until like I jumped into when you were managing me. Crazy, because I went through what, 11 line managers? That's some mad shit, man. Going through 11 line managers is like, it's hectic work because you have to understand how to manage them. But I think the time when I received that call from you, 2018, after I just got married, that's like one of the best phone calls I'd ever received. Because I knew you from the basketball circles. We used to chill. But when I saw OJ calling me, everyone was like, bro, how are you going to manage OJ? That's like my number one worry. How are you going to manage OJ? And then in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Just pick the call. I was in the morning clinic with the boys. So I picked the call. So my boys were around me. So as part of your graduate training in Nini, you'll be coming to key accounts. So yeah, just prepare. I hope Tendo Kagwa has not yet started calling you and all that. But yeah, I hung up. So I hung up, look at the boys in the clinic. The boys just shook their heads. They're like, you're going. You're going. And that was when I jumped into like a real deep end stuff. Like that's real deep end stuff for me, man.
Yes. So I'm hoping that this conversation then opens up other conversations.
Yeah.
So after this one, where there'll be many people, then the other ones will be more intimate. Yes. To basically then start to unpack.
I get you.
The things that will come out of this conversation.
I get you.
In my head, like I don't like put
like a highlight.
I'm hoping that next week happens and then we'll have it over beer
and some nyama. Okay.
And then that will be part of the theme.
Okay.
Hopefully then it will be a beer nyama conversation.
Okay.
On sales and challenges and opportunities that sales comes with.
So I've been dropping content on TikTok around sales, just giving like dropping game on TikTok. You won't believe it. This week, some kid reached out to me. It's like, hey man, Maverick man, you've been sharing some good, like some dope ass content. So can we talk? What? So I get the guy's number. So when I talk to him, he's like, man, I work for Hima Cement. I was in customer service. But then I applied, like, I've been following your channel for like a year. So I applied some of the things you are dropping there. And man, they've now put me into frontline sales. It's now like a rep, a CR now. The cabin and all that territory. Dropped him in Kampala, deep end stuff. So he's like, man, they've dropped me into Kampala. It's now deep end stuff. What do I do? How do I start? So I had to give him like a basic 1, 2, 3. So that there for me just showed that people watch.
Yeah, people watch. And
People watch.
people just don't have what to watch many times. And hopefully then these conversations will guide search.
Yeah.
Hopefully 1 or 2 of search will come out of it and benefit from the conversations.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the idea. So the people that I have called, diverse, but also people that have been privileged to have experienced organizations and managers that have built their sales capability.
I get you.
And so I want to just pick the mind and say, so what was the past like? What has been your experience? How do you see it today, sales as a profession? And where do you see it going? And then what do we need to do now to support the salesman today, but also prepare the salesmen and also ourselves for the future of this profession?
I get you.
Because with AI, I know things will change. But what is that? What do we see?
What's that picture like?
Yeah. What do you see? Okay. And sometimes asking people is opens up lots of conversations. Yesterday I was a bit privileged to sit in the same room with a gentleman called Patrick Kwaku. Patrick Kwaku owns Capital Radio and has done lots of stuff. He's also one of the biggest advertisers that this country has produced. He set up an agency called Search and Searchy many years ago that managed the MTN account. And probably to a great extent, Search and Searchy is what has built that MTN brand and made it what it is today. And so I asked him, I said, but so Patrick, how did you start the radio? He told me why and how it started. It was very accidental. But he also told me, asked him, so where do you see radio now and what's the future of radio? Going by the changes that are happening in the world.
Yeah.
So give me his perspective.
Okay.
So I want to just also bring that perspective to sales.
Great. I think it's going to be like a whole, it's going to be like really multidimensional, like, because your conversation, the level of conversation that you want to have with quite a number of these individuals, I think it's going to change the game, man. I'm looking at this like, more of like the CEO podcast, CEO Billionaire podcast,
And so I told Patrick what I want to do today and going forward about my podcast. He was so excited. He said, give me your number. I want you to share with me your content so that we see how then together we can build that for the future. Okay. And I see him being a guest.
Yeah.
One of the guests that I'll host the podcast. So the thing is, let me just start to build the muscle, the podcasting muscle. Yeah. Let me start to work on the kind of questions that I need to ask. Because it's going to be a journey, a learning journey. And for me, it's just then a totally new skill that I'll be
getting yourself into.
Be getting myself into and developing.
One thing you have to learn in this game is, man, collaboration is everything. Collaboration is everything, because you can't get far without collaborating with other creators. Personally, like, I've been in this for about 2 years now, so I've been meeting lots of creators that just want to help. You may not have everything, but they just want to help. Some want to help with their presence and their audience. Some want to expose their audience to you. Others want to help you with their space. Come and work from here. Let's do this. Yeah, it goes both ways, man.
Yeah, and I think Patrick courteously is trying to do that for me, saying, I should have been falling over myself to try and get his number, but he's going to ask for my number and said, I think I can help you in this journey that you're starting.
Seems dope,
and I was happy about that. Okay.
10:36 today, this week.
Okay.
As freshman.
All right.
As always, man, just surrounded myself with the boys. the people that need to be around me, basically. It was good. Year older, year wiser, they say. So going into my 40s, I started a community called the Maverick Fearless Brothers. So what this community is about, it's about young men. I'm recruiting young men into that community just to drive a certain accountability with them from a young age. The many mistakes I made when I was younger, especially even during the paces, man. My first job, whatever, the financials, left and right. Sometimes you burn bridges, etc. But the Maverick Fearless Brothers is a community where brothers can just come together, open up, we learn a skill from each other. Started with the HEMA kid. I got another kid who is in AI. So we're three, but you have to go through, there's an exploratory call I have to have with you to just find out or find out where your mindset is. So that's a little community that I'm harnessing. And that's just where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at. Currently, I threw myself into the water, the deep end. I'm now into wealth management. I got a job with Innovest Global Wealth.
And I saw that on your profile and I was going to ask, so how is that going?
My guy, it's been 2 weeks. I have to learn a lot in a short space of time. It's not even like UBL kind of, it's not the babying UBL will give you. First of all, I've been in a loner role. It's a loner role. You're alone, you're in the field, you're looking for customers, you're chasing, clients, you're quoting people, you're building trust with clients in order to help them invest their money the right way. So you have to learn a lot in a short space of time, a short period of time.
So what does it entail? So you go look out for a client and then what? Point them in some investment direction and say,
exactly,
what could help you do what? Treasury bills?
Exactly.
Or
international bonds.
International bonds. The Euro bonds.
Exactly.
For example.
Invest in S&P 500, dollar savings plans or pound savings plans. So I'm being mentored by Nelson Mandela. He's the chief executive officer. He handles the Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania region. We report to someone in Dubai, but he sits alone in the country. So he had an eye, and I had the knack to knock on the door as well. And he gave me the opportunity. He said, come on board. We could use a skilled person like you with the kind of capital you have. You can change people's lives. So that's so.
I was telling a story earlier today of this old woman that 15 years ago had her hands on $300,000.
That blew it.
And today there is nothing. In the same vein, another person with a similar $300,000 15 years ago and today has more than $1 million out of just investing right. And just managing that 300 right.
Part of the community as well that I'm building for these young boys is I always give them the game. I always tell them, and you guys, if it's $200, start now. Start now. Because if you're 24 and you're coming out 29 with $7,000 inclusive of contributions, man, that's good money to start with for a 29-year-old. And build the habits now. If you're risk averse and it doesn't work out, man, starting at 36 is hard.
I know.
So,
but it's never too late.
No, it's never too late. But for young people that I'm seeing right now, I see a lot of potential in them, and I see that they want to move in the right direction.
How easy or difficult do you think it will be to convince a rich Ugandan downtown who has probably 50 malls to their name to invest in the Eurobond or any other investments outside this country?
Man, that's a tough question. Because these guys, they're business people. They've probably done investments and made like 300% in profit, if you know what I mean. And now you're trying to tell them, give me, let's invest in this, you're going to get 15%. You're going to be like, you know, like, why should I?
Many years ago, I worked in a bank for a very short while before moving into FMCG. Did some business banking, and I remember this old man, a customer, he was quite wealthy. I think he was distributing Reham at the time in the north. But his banking with the bank I worked for then was very minimal. It was in another bank. But then I realized that he liked to come and talk to me about many things, and that he was struggling with how to actually manage his wealth. So then, this was the mid-2000s. He told me that he had some 200 million shillings in a competitor bank. So I told him, but if you moved it here, all the things we've been talking about, investments, will start to come to life. This old man, for some reason, was talking about treasury bills and bonds. I don't know. He was illiterate, though. I don't know where he picked that from. And so he moved his 200 million to the bank I worked for at the time. The one funny thing is that he didn't do a transfer. He ferried it in tranches of 30 million. He drew 30 brings, goes back, like spent the whole day just moving his money. At the time, Stanbic was listing in the stock exchange. They went IPO. Okay. And so I convinced him. I told him, by the way, this thing will work. And so he bought Stanbic shares. Those shares on IPO sold for 70 shillings a share. The next day, it was 210. His 200 million tripled in one day. The old man came back to me and told me he wishes I was his son. Because he was struggling with a son of his at home that was stealing from him and doing all sorts of things. That he just came to me, that's all he told me, I just wish you were my son. Like I tripled his money in one night.
I think for me, the one of the, what I see in there is trust.
Yes.
Trust is very important, especially, that's the only way.
Like he said to trust me, actually. So, like, just to trust me, we'll have some conversations. He'll come to my desk. We spoke about him moving the money. He moved. We spoke about treasury bills and bonds and the benefits and risks that those will come with. At the time, I didn't understand them as well, but it was an opportunity for me to also just wrap my head around those investments. And then the opportunity to buy Stanbic shares came up, and yeah.
Did he give you commission?
No. Just wished I was his son.
Right, you left it at that.
But I guess I was just doing my job.
Yeah,
and,
I get you.
And as a business banker, then to just support this businessman manage and grow his business and wealth by extension.
Bruh, crazy. My guy always tells me, Nelson always tells me, start with why. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to read that book again. So every time I meet a client, you got to start with why, bro. It's like, just find out why do they want to save? Why would they want $1 plan? Why do they want to do what they want to do? That will then lead us to find the right product for this person.
I need to meet Nelson.
Yeah, sure. I can definitely hook you up. I can hook you up. We sit at Acacia Avenue. Yeah. So I can definitely get in touch with you.
One of the things that I'll do next week, probably.
He's a very, very good portfolio manager. You could be my first client. I'll be dope. But yeah, I can set it up. Let's see, what does the schedule look like? I can always...
The start of the week is a bit hectic, but it eases up towards the end of the week.
Okay, cool. Friday?
Maybe Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
Cool. Thursday, Friday. Friday. Friday is more like
this is good. Okay, cool. You can schedule that. I also forgot to tell you, I'm a broker of solutions.
What does that mean?
I solve problems to make money. I help solve people's problems to make money. So, I noticed over time, people like different companies reach out to me. Can you push this for us? Help us with route to market. Can you do this for us? So, a Kenyan client reached out to me. They're like, we have an SFA that we believe that is mind-blowing. Check it out. Took me through a demo. I'm like, okay, see what you can do for us in the market. Okay, they have a team of 2 people here, but they just reached out. They were okay. They were hounding me because I was initially with my previous role. I was managing a group of 10 merchandisers, and I was managing a big team. But ideally, the management was on WhatsApp, which is not efficient. You can't understand who does what. There's no actual data that you're analyzing or picking. Everything is manual. So when I left and then I went through the demo, I was like, oh my God, this is mind-blowing. So I didn't have any marketing materials. I just went to AI, printed something, and I've been posting it ever since. And been getting calls, been meeting people, been sharing demos.
So just like sales capability is challenged, also tools to support sales. One is either very expensive, the equivalent of that, which is Salesforce, could be too expensive for a small SME-like organization. So that could solve many problems for many small organizations that are in some form of distribution.
Yeah. There's quite a number. The chogeros of this world have become big. So I'm thinking of spending a day at Namamve Industrial Park. It's quite a bit of opportunity in there. It's like having a journey plan. To go here, knock on these muindis, here, or knock on these,
No, people guys do that. I mean, one the other thing that I decided to do as well is offer myself to do sales trainings and sales processes for people. For some of them, I'm even doing pro bono, depending on time, and just so touch a life or two in the process.
So you figure that.
But also then build tools, tools that can be applied to support, grow businesses.
So what's the podcast going to be called?
I don't have a name for this podcast yet. So remember, I have 2 things that I'll be running with. I have a name for the first podcast, which is going to be called Several Second Chances. But this sales commercial capability one, I'll figure it out as we progress. I think by next weekend, I'll have a name.
Are you going to let me post this on my channel?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Maverick Podcast. I'll change James. Yeah. You know, my guys have been crying the whole week. Man, we need an episode. That chat. For like 4 months, we need an episode. Guys have been crying. I said, I'll come through with one. This is a good one.
That's my first time doing a recording.
Yeah. It does take time.
It is thank you, actually.
Thank you.
Like it's the first time doing a proper real recording. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Man. I'm down to support the cause.
I actually feel comfortable.
Yes.
And again, I think the learning is if it is something that is dear to you, then you'll be comfortable. You just talk about it in whatever space. So I think that's the learning. When you talk about things that you love, that you're passionate about, it comes easily.
It comes easy. It comes easy. Let's switch it up a bit. Let's check out the setup.
So Maverick.
The Maverick Podcast, UG. Let's see.